Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another video. And, yeah, that's really all I can say. Welcome back. I'm going to be playing more Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. And, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Last time we left off, I actually don't remember where I was. We added tomato juice to the evidence, but that's about all I can remember. Yeah. Alright, yeah, I forgot to update this again, so because of that, I'm gonna play without updating, because I don't want anyone to wait anymore. I take so long to start up streams, I should really just get into it. Oh, man. Hold on. Anyways, let us start. Okay, and continue. Where did we leave off? Pretty sure I last saved up here, so yeah. Skip. Master took me in, as a complete stranger. I will forever be indebted to him. Alright, I pressed that, got nothing.
Hold it!
Let's press that. You mean you became a courier because of Sir Belduke? That's right. Oh. I've As I pressed my teeth down, I ended up crushing the what was it called? It was called crap, I forgot what they were called. A cough drop. I don't know why that would happen, but it happened. That's right. I was what do you call, an orphan? I've been stealing bread or apples and such from stalls and shops to survive. Uh-huh. Interesting. I was known far and wide among the traders in the shopping area. I was famous, or rather infamous. Was she stealing from Mrs. Eclair too? And one day, Miss Grayle took me there. To Sir Belduke's residence, I mean. Sir Belduke helped me out. He helped me to find a suitable job. And so you became a courier? Yes. See, I only had one real skill. I'm light-footed. At first, I didn't take it seriously. The job, I mean. I didn't care about work. But then I realized it. It's not so bad to be useful, you know, to other people. Yeah. I'd imagine that's a good skill to have. I'm saying. So, I owe him a lot too, you see? Sir Belduke, I mean. What a heartwarming story. I think the judge just wiped away a tear with the rim of his hood. The more you hear about Sir Belduke, the more obvious it will become that no one had any reason to want to kill him. It sure does seem that way. And he's the only one who told me about it. The confidentiality obligation, I mean. I've never once broken it. Sorry, I was checking something. Oh wait, hold on a second, crap. Hit press.
Hold it!
The confidentiality obligation is a rule held among couriers, is that right? Yes, a courier must not disclose the contents of a letter, nor the names nor addresses of its sender and recipient. But I'll tell you confidently that, I love gossiping, bad-mouthing people especially. So I wasn't confident I could keep it. The confidentiality obligation, I mean. I was tempted to talk about this and that. To think that Belduke trusted her. But then, Sir Belduke spoke to me. He told me this. Think about how you'd feel in that person's place. And that got me thinking. I really, really, really like gossip. But when it comes to being gossiped about, people's messages are their secrets. And secrets must be kept.
Indeed. No one would want their letters to be publicly known, no.
She's certainly determined when it comes to confidentiality. That's why she doesn't want to disclose the addressee of Belduke's letter. I'm not going to get it out of her. I promised Sir Belduke, and I'm going to keep it, no matter what. The promise, I mean. It's something I can pride myself on, right? Gretel may not have a motive to murder Belduke, but what if she used the portal spell to obtain that letter? And depending on the contents of the letter, that might prove to have been her motive. I wonder what Sir Belduke wrote about in that letter. There's only one way to find out. I need to get Gretel to admit that she got hold of that letter. I'm worried, Mr. Wright, of what's lying ahead. The feeling's mutual. But I have to see it through. I've got to pursue the truth. Alright. Master took me in, and a complete stranger. I'll forever be indebted to him. I had no reason to take his life nor steal his letter to the storyteller. Sir Belduke was a wonderful man. He is the one who recommended me this line of work. Okay. And he's the one who told me about it. The confidentiality agreement, I mean. I've never once broken it. Tomato juice bottle, crime scene sketches. I think I have to maybe press more than I already pressed. Although I feel like I've pressed these before. I definitely pressed this. Okay. But no, hold on.
Hold it!
Oh wait, I think I have to bring up a contradiction here. But what?
Goodness!
And no. Wait, what? Hold on.
Hang on!
Excuse me, Miss Mailer? What? No. I thought I caught her off guard, but it's her screech that caught me off guard. Is there perhaps anything you'd like to add to Miss Gretel's testimony? No, not really. In that case, let me ask you a different question. Did you tell Miss Gretel about Sir Belduke's letter? BRB. Well, alright, I'll wait. I don't know. Do not beat about the bush, witness. Answer the question. If I may briefly interrupt. I'm testifying right now. They're back. Hold on a sec. Bruh. Just waiting for something. Oh, come on. Hurry up.
You mess with the kitty.
What do you mean?
The kitty looks depressed. Did you mess with
Yes.
I just asked
Can you shut the door? Shut the door. Thank you. I'm testifying right now. Alright, I'm back. If you wish to question Miss Mela, please do so once you have finished interrogating me. She's not going to let me question Mailer, from the looks of it, and if she's so keen to prevent her from answering, this might just be a critical point in her testimony. I've got to find another way of fishing out that information. Witnesses, continue testifying. Right. Let me just save right here. I don't think I need to save right here, but I'm going to be sure. Alright then.
Objection!
Nope. It's incorrect. I feel like I have no choice but to object. I'm not getting any information from them. So, yeah. Alright, anyway, let's load save data. Load here. Skip the boy. Where is one? I'm gonna plug my phone in just to make sure it doesn't die, so I can always read the chat. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know why I hit that, but yeah. This, I think, is it. Is this it?
Objection!
Nope. I don't know where to object or what evidence to give. So, yeah, and again, I know that I really have no choice but to object to something said, because pressing has given me no information whatsoever. I have no choice but to object. I have to find something. Maybe,
Objection!
and that's not it, okay. Again, I have to object to something, because I'm not getting any new information. But still, I don't know exactly what to object to. Alright, what's the evidence? Okay. The case outline. Accused, Maya Fey, charges witchcraft, turning Professor Layton into gold. Behind the painting, the wall behind the painting at the crime scene had been painted green. Floor plan. Crime scene floor plan. Drawn by the court illustrator. Touch details to see more. Talia Magica. A magic scepter necessary for casting spells. The familiar magic gem is fake. Golden Layton. Professor Layton turned into gold through the spell Goldor. Arm reattached. Blank letter. Letter from Sir Belduke to the storyteller. Contains only blank sheets of parchment. Crime scene sketches. 3 sketches of the crime scene after Belduke's murder. Touch details to see more. From plan. Ah. I see. Tomato juice bottle. Brought to Belduke before his death. Emir drank some of the juice the following day.
Objection!
Oh wait, did I already... I don't know what to present anything to. Again, I have no clue what to object to. And I have to object. Because there's nothing to press. There's just nothing to press. Literally nothing to press. Let's take a look at the mysteries just to... No, nothing here. The storyteller wrote a new story before... Alright. Things are starting to heat up in Maya's trial now. Looks like they're trying to pin that other incident on her too. We're dealing with one tough customer here, so who is the real crime? Alright. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where to go. Profiles. And I don't even need to read this, but... I was told I need to admit that... I need her to admit that she looked at the letter. How do I do that? Let's try and press this again.
Hold it!
Let me get this straight. You didn't know anything about the victim's letter. That's right, I believe I have said as much already. Then, how did you know? How did you know it was addressed to the storyteller? Indeed. Why don't you answer his question, witness? It's true this letter is addressed to the storyteller. But when did you find out about it? I've spoken about the murder with many people over the past 3 months. Everyone has been very kind to me. They have also told me all sorts of things. I must have heard about it from someone at some point.
Well, that incident was certainly much talked about. Would you not agree, defense?
Does your testimony hold together? It's fine.
There's a contradiction. There has to be. There's a huge contradiction in Miss Grayl's testimony, alright.
I have a feeling I'll save it here. And, we'll see what we can find out.
You are becoming very predictable, Sir Blue Knight.
If there's a contradiction, I hope you have the evidence to prove it.
Here's my chance. There's only one way to expose this contradiction.
Alright, I'll present evidence. I think there is some evidence. I don't know what it is, but I'll try and present it. The defense is ready to present evidence.
Very well. The defense shall present evidence of a different nature.
What does the defense believe to contradict Miss Grayl's testimony? Alright, I guess this.
Take that!
That's the evidence. Now tremble and no. Alright, hold on. I think I know what to do. Now, I can go through that without presenting evidence right away. Luke and, what? I forgot what her name was. Yeah, Luke and Emily, I'm pretty sure. Was it Emily? Something like that. Anyways. They'll remind me that, they'll remind me of what I'm missing. So, yeah. I'm just gonna say I can't present evidence. But yeah, I'll find it somehow. And I'll load it here. Skip. It's fine, there's a contradiction. No, we have to say there's a contradiction. But we can't say there's evidence yet, because I don't think there is. Or at least there is. I just don't know what it is. The defense has no intention of presenting evidence. Wait. Maybe we actually have a plan without there being evidence. What? The proof that there is a contradiction cannot be found in the court record. Oh my god. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? The professor pointed it out to me in the previous witch trial. In this court, an attorney's arsenal isn't limited to the court record. Smart thinking. Oh god. Oh no.
Each of the witnesses in this trial have given their account of what occurred. Therefore, whenever one witness has testified, the other remaining witnesses have listened. Should one witness' testimony differ from another testimony, then I suppose that in itself can also be considered a contradiction, can it not?
Juxtaposing contradictory testimonies from different witnesses is the key. Miss Grayl, your testimony contradicts another one that we've heard in this court today. I had no reason to take his life nor steal his... Alright.
Objection!
It's that one. They're moving him. That's funny. It was a single word that gave you away, Miss Grayl. What? What do you mean by that? The name of the recipient. There were only a few people who knew the intended recipient of the letter. 4 people, to be precise.
Only 4 people?
First was Sir Belduke, the author of the letter. Then there was Miss Mailer, who delivered it. And of course the storyteller, its recipient, as well as one more person. The one who stole the letter, using a portal spell, and swapped it with blank sheets of parchment, the witch. Tristan, I demand $10 trillion in crack. I don't have any of that. Maybe I did. Maybe I spilled the beans. About the letter, I mean. Maybe I told the butler. You did what? Well, because you see, me and the butler are sort of friends. It was about our dear Sir Bellew. I feel like I might have told her about it after all. See? If I did, that's how she knew. About the recipient, I mean.
Objection!
But she said she's never told anyone. I understand that you're friends with Miss Grey Earl, and you want to help her out. But I've got a piece of evidence, Miss Mailer. You shouldn't lie, even for a friend. Huh. Remember your testimony. You told us about the courier's duty to keep the details of letters confidential. And you have also testified that you have never broken that obligation, remember?
Objection!
But, hold on just a minute. As the victim's butler, Jean Grey Earl might have had a chance to catch a glimpse of the envelope.
Objection!
No, she didn't. When Miss Mailer came in with the delivery, Sir Belduke was still writing that letter. In fact, he was in the middle of it. At that time, the letter had not been addressed yet. And the next morning, when the body was discovered, that letter was already in the letterbox. Keep in mind that Miss Grey Earl would have no opportunity to see it then either. Is that so? She went to report the crime without even setting foot in the study? And then Miss Mailer appeared and retrieved the letter. Needless to say, Miss Grey Earl couldn't have learned of the letter's recipient afterwards. Tristan, what's your favorite anime? I haven't seen enough to have a favorite, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe... Oh, probably JoJo, I guess. It's been the most entertaining. I've seen some other animes. None of them have really been bad. It's just... I have liked JoJo the best. Or maybe you have a good explanation, Miss Grey Earl? I'd very much like to hear one. Can you please tell the court how you found out the recipient's name? Mr. Wright. Yes? Bruh. Do you remember what I said when I was called to the witness stand? Yes. At the heart of alchemy lies the pursuit of the rules and logic that govern nature. You have demonstrated the power of your own logic, Miss Grey Earl. Are you saying... Yes. Yes, I confess. The abhorrent witch who used the spell Godor to swap the contents of that letter, and who took the life of Master Belduke, it was... none other than I. Oh my god. This was so easy. No, please no one object. Please. Someone's gonna object. I was an only child, born to a poor family. I've been a witch since I was very little. When did I become aware of it? I don't remember. Although I was but a young child, I knew that being a witch was a crime. That's why I hid my witch's scepter and wouldn't use magic at all. Cute. My father worked as a bricklayer. He toiled every day, but we could hardly make ends meet. One winter day, we couldn't afford to pay the rent. We were going to lose the house. My mother was in tears, and my father was sitting with his head down, wordless.
I want money for Mummy and Daddy.
Bro, do you really? You don't sound that enthused about it.
That day, I suddenly remembered about the witch's scepter that I had hidden.
The Goldor spell.
I thought I'd try it, just once.
Casting the spell, you accidentally killed your mother and father? That's sad. I object your mom, Edgeworth, bruh.
But at the time, I had no idea what an irreversible mistake that would be. Even though no one told me, I knew from the very beginning what magic I was able to use. What should I turn into gold? I was thinking about it really hard, the little girl that I was. Something that wouldn't stand out, that could be taken for a work of art. Then I decided I chose a pretty leaf that had fallen into our garden. But it wasn't the right thing to do after all. I was terribly punished for using magic, even just the once.
Punished?
In what way were you punished? I placed the leaf down in the back garden and cast a spell, but then Margaret suddenly walked in front of me.
Margaret?
My closest childhood friend. Margaret, right before my eyes, she was turned into gold.
Oh dear me. Do my note RTs sound bad? I don't know. Crap.
If anyone had seen it, they would have known it was the work of magic. And I knew Margaret wasn't coming back. That's terrible. Then my mother and father's faces flashed before my eyes. We may have been very poor, but we were always happy together. Had I been captured as a witch,
Bruh.
Had I been captured as a witch, I feared my parents wouldn't be safe either. That thought tormented me more than anything, and so I made the decision. I decided to end my own life. I threw myself into the river near the town. It was winter, and the winter was as cold as ice. I couldn't even move. It was painful. My consciousness started drifting away. The next thing I knew, I was in Master Belluke's residence. He risked his own life, jumping into the freezing river to save me. I burst into tears and told him everything. I didn't want to go back home. I would only end up causing my parents grief. Master Belluke listened to me without interrupting, and then he told me this.
You can stay here, but from now on, you must live as a boy.
Odd request, but okay.
Master Belluke met my parents and explained everything to them. They were very sad, but they agreed it would be best if I didn't return home. Oh, Miss Greyhair, that must have been so awful for her. Master bought the house for my parents, so they wouldn't have to worry about paying rent anymore. As for Margaret, turned into gold, he brought her to his residence.
These biscuits are compressed bread tasting. Ooh.
He knew that if anyone saw her, they would report an incident of witchcraft.
And this Miss Margaret, is she still in that gold state?
Yes, she is.
That's strange. We have received no reports of anyone by that name having gone missing.
Margaret is being kept in the basement under Master's study.
The basement? Correct me if I'm wrong, but this Margaret, is she
Yes,
my dear friend, was a goat that we were keeping at her house.
Goat? Until then, Master Belluke had mainly been researching medicine. But since the incident with Margaret, he became known as an alchemist. So that's when he became an alchemist. I was wondering why that goat was the only thing not covered in dust. That's how I started a new life as Master Belduke's butler.
Sir Belduke would sometimes work as a physician, curing the townspeople of their illnesses. As his assistant, you've also showed commitment to helping the townspeople through your work.
I forgot about being a witch, and was able to live happily, at peace with everyone. Tristan, watch out for May 28th, I will. I thought I could stay like that forever. But those peaceful days came to an abrupt end. Tell us, what in the world was the cause? Even I am not quite sure what led to this. However, it all started 3 months ago, with that lightning strike. Master Belduke and I were on our way back home, carrying specimens for experiments. An old bell tower appeared in the flames. Everyone who saw it was stupefied. But the expression on Master Belduke's face was unlike anything I'd seen before. What do you mean? His face went pale and twisted in sheer terror. He was shaking violently. It wasn't just astonishment at an unusual phenomenon. It seemed as if he was afraid of something more concrete. Perhaps Sir Belduke saw something that others couldn't. He cancelled his experiments for that night, and began writing a letter to someone. A letter? I found out about it when I brought him his bottle of tomato juice. What does aspirin do? Helps a headache. I wouldn't say it cures a headache, because headaches are quite hard, but people don't give medication enough credit. It's not a magic pill. It just helps, man. I mean, like putting ice on a deep cut is just gonna make it feel better. If you expect it to heal your cut completely, that's your own fault, man. Yeah. Odd rant, but I had to get that out of the way. He was writing feverishly, as if he were possessed. I saw some things. A few words in that letter. Expose everything. Cannot keep the secret any longer. The truth about the witch. Oh god. He was planning on betraying her? That's sad. Master Belduke was going to confess that I was a witch. Ice packs nubbed the pain. I said numb, bruh. Everything went black in front of my eyes. I will never forget the feeling that overwhelmed me at that moment. In my room. It was an excuse to repaint that section of the wall. Green. Then you also painted the wall behind that painting in Sir Belduke's study. But her hair that was odd. And when that fateful night came, I used a syringe to inject a soporific through the cork and into the bottle of tomato juice. So many thoughts were running through my head as I wished Master good night. I opened the portal behind him. He was right there in front of me, asleep. I reached for the letter in the letterbox, taking care not to wake him. And then I happened to notice the name on the envelope. Storyteller. When I read that name, the world all around me turned black once more. It's impossible to avoid what is written by the storyteller. It seemed as if I could hear the doors to all escape routes shut and closed. It was the sound of despair. I would like you to believe me that the thought of taking Master Belduke's life never once occurred to me. I only planned to steal that letter and then disappear. But as I looked upon Master sleeping there in front of me, at that moment, I felt an evil presence awaken within me. Why did he save my life? And why did he betray me? This is sad. Before I realized what I was doing, my hands were clutching his neck. He didn't move at all, so I kept on clenching his neck. Then, dead. Death. No more. That's it. That's the truth about what happened 3 months ago. God damn. Almost makes me tear up. It's kind of remind. I won't spoil it. There was a moment in JoJo I didn't expect to almost cry at, but I did. This is kind of sad. I didn't expect to feel sad, but no, I kind of honestly, I can understand why she killed him. I'm not trying to excuse murder, but she's really done nothing wrong. She was born a witch against her own will. And she killed him because he was going to kill her, get her killed. Not even himself. Tell the main leader of the town to kill her. It's even hard to describe it. I mean, dang. I feel sorry for them. I'd spare them if this was my court. And if I, had the choice, but I wouldn't. And I don't. Okay, so I will shave his hair. Oof. There's just one thing I fail to understand. Yes? You said you wanted to run away once you had stolen the letter. Yet despite that, you continued to live in Sir Belduc's residence. And now here you stand. Why did you not run away? My life had been thrown into disarray due to the absurdity of magic. I had learned all about alchemy, living at Master's residence. Alchemy is concerned with the logic that governs the world. I wanted to believe that there truly was such a thing. So I stayed in that place, hoping to one day see the irrational nature of magic overcome by the power of reason. Magic being overcome by reason. That night, Tristan, you're not gonna believe that KSI has cancer. He saw a lump of cancer. I swapped the letter with blank sheets of parchment and waited for the sun to rise. I resolved to wait for the day when my true identity could be exposed through reason and logic. Master's death remained a mystery for 3 months, and people started to lose interest. And then you appeared, Mr. Wright. On the day you visited the residence, I was listening to your conversation from the other room. As the time finally came for me, my heart was racing with anticipation. Then, a few minutes after everyone entered the room, an unbelievable incident took place. That incident, a witch appeared in Master's study. What? I wanted to get a look at that witch, so I created a portal on the wall behind the painting. Precisely at that moment, Goldor! The witch used one of the very spells that I can use too. When I heard those words, a single thought flashed through my mind. So he does what an African American does, bruh. Oh, right. So he did what a wigger does. Called his wigger up. I was like, wigger. He's like, wigger. I like wigger swag. I think I got cancer from lifting his box. That was my chance. I could dispose of my witch's scepter. I knew at the time what kind of a witch the Inquisition would be looking for. A witch that can use Familia and Goldor. How do you know this song? It's a good song, man. It occurred to me that I only need to change one of the magic gems. I previously found out that the familiar gem one was purple. I realized that if I swapped the Gildor magic gem for my amethyst, I could pin the blame for my crime on that other witch. So you changed one of the gems and threw the witch's scepter into that room, is that correct? Exactly.
Objection!
Wait a minute, Jean Grey. This statement of yours is highly problematic. How so, Inquisitor Barnum? Yes, you are right. Can someone explain to me what this is about? I am a witch indeed. A sinful creature that killed a person to whom she owed her life. However, regarding the gentleman standing next to you, Mr. Wright, he may have fallen victim to a witch, but that witch was not me. Wait, what? Order on the court. What is the beating of this? Jean Grey admits to killing Sir Belduke, but not to turning Sir Layton into gold. That is the gist of it, my lord. But lying about it is meaningless. Lying? Just being a witch is a crime in itself. And the punishment for that crime is the same, regardless of whether she took one person's life or two. That's why there's no point in lying about it. And I'm sure that's what the judge is thinking. Grey Earl is still claiming she never laid a finger on the professor. But if there's no point lying, does that mean she must be telling us the truth? So in that case, who's responsible for what happened to the professor? If it wasn't her, then who was it? Now the blame is gonna be pinned back on Maya. Here to do no trouble, bruh. Mind if I say something? Take a hint, witness. Does it feel like this is the right moment for you to talk? Yeah, well, that's kind of why I was saying quiet until now. But I either say it now or never. Don't simply fall silent after saying that. It only makes it weigh on my mind more. Whatever did you want to say? Oi, Bluey. Yes? I need to make sure about something. Me head's not what it used to be, you know? Yes? The alchemist butler, Lady Butler, she slipped sleep medicine into his drink. That's correct. She laced his tomato juice with it. And then she strangled the alchemist afterwards? Yes, Sir Belduke was unconscious from the sleep medicine, so he couldn't resist. And that explains why we found no signs of a struggle at the crime scene. Yeah, about that. I let it slip earlier about what I did at the crime scene, right? I told you that, I had a few sips of that juice. And the sleep medicine mixed in made you sleep like a log. Yes, we remember. Yeah, well, here's the thing. This is just between us, okay? You see, when I appropriated that juice, the juice bottle was, well, still unopened. It was unopened? Ha ha ha! My throat was parched. I wasn't thinking straight. That brand new bottle was just there, waiting for me with a corkscrew conveniently laid next to it. I couldn't just let that go to waste. I swiftly pulled out the cork and got to drinking. What? So, in case you don't get what I'm getting at, the alchemist didn't have a single drop of the juice with the sleep medicine. Huh. What? I'm Haker. Nice.
Witness, you went to the trouble of opening a bottle found at the crime scene just to drink its suspicious contents? That's what I've been telling ya. I was dying of thirst. That doesn't justify what you've done.
Objection!
The Inquisition shall deal with this witness after the trial. You will find out what it means to be dying of thirst in a more literal meaning. However, let us not waste any more time with him now. The witch has confessed to her crimes. There is no need to investigate Sir Belduke's death any further. Indeed, you're right, Inquisitor. Her role in the Sir Layton incident is not entirely clear. But a person who kills a protector, to whom she owns her very life, can be nothing other than a witch. The court has sufficient grounds to sentence her as such. Belden didn't drink the juice that night. And if that's true, there's one thing here that doesn't add up.
Mr. Wright, I have to say, there's something about this that's bothering me. I'm sure there's a contradiction lurking in this man's testimony.
You think so, Luke? Can I really turn a blind eye to that? Let's investigate the contradiction. Mister, you're saying you opened the tomato juice bottle. But that claim contradicts a certain piece of evidence. What? Defense, I'd like a word with you. Yes, Your Honor? At this point, your client's innocence has already been established. Therefore, whether there is a contradiction in that man's testimony or not should no longer be any of your concern. That may be so, Your Honor. But even though I'm here to defend the accused, the true duty of any attorney is to uncover the truth behind what happened. Not really. Bruh. What the heck, dude? My job's not done until there are no more contradictions left. Yeah, I could have just waited for the verdict. Very well. I should have just waited for the verdict, oh god. So, Blue Knight, let us hear about this contradiction you have discovered. The bottle was first opened by that guy, meaning Belduke didn't drink any of it. That means there's one piece of evidence that should be very difficult to explain. I would like to hear about this contradiction too. The defense shall present evidence. Good lord. Where's the contradiction in this witness having been the one who opened the tomato juice bottle? Alright, this.
Take that!
Yep. The contradiction can be seen in one of the sketches of the crime scene. In one of the sketches? Please take a look at Sir Belduke's mouth. We can see a line of red liquid trickling from his mouth. Yes, well, we have already established that it was tomato juice. Ew! Exactly, Your Honor. Sir Belduke didn't drink any of the tomato juice that night.
Objection!
Which means there's only one other possibility. That red line, as we thought first of all, blood. Sir Belduke must have tried to fight back the assailant and bit his tongue in doing so.
Objection!
Unfortunately, that would only bring us back to the problem we encountered earlier. Earlier? If the victim had put up a fight, then there should have been traces of a struggle at the crime scene, and yet no such traces were found. That's what made you assume the witch must have used familiar. Yes, that is so. As I explained before, Master Belduke didn't struggle at all at the time. But when I think about it now, in light of the new information, it was very unnatural. The victim didn't drink the superific, yet didn't struggle. But what does this mean? If it's not tomato juice, nor blood, if it's not tomato juice, nor blood brought about through a struggle with the murderer,
And what else could it be?
Since it's not tomato juice, we have to assume it's blood after all.
Yeah, right? It's got to be that.
We have ruled out the possibility that the victim bit his tongue while struggling with the attacker.
Indeed.
Then there's got to be a different reason for that blood being there. He must have suffered internal bleeding that was somehow connected to his death. But what could have caused it? Your Honor? If I may ask one question. A question? To whom? If I just clarify this one suspicion, I may be able to explain the blood shown in the sketch. That's why I need to question one person in particular. Bardum, Grey Earl, Amir. Grey Earl? Well then, I have a question for Miss Grey Earl. Yes, Mr. Wright. On the day of the crime, did anything go missing from the crime scene? Missing? Such as the tomato juice that a certain person drank, do you mean? Yeah, something like that. But was there anything else? I'm afraid I cannot say. You may remember that I didn't enter Master Belduke's study that day, not even once. If I may be so bold as to make a suggestion, perhaps it would be wiser to ask someone who went into Master's study. She's right. I'll try again. Your Honor, please let me just ask one more question.
I hope that this time you will think about what you say before opening your mouth.
We'll just clarify this one suspicion. I may be able to explain the blood shown in that sketch. That's why I need to question one person in particular. Grey Earl, Amir. Mister, can I ask you something?
Yeah? Don't give me that scary look, Bluey. I know nothing at all. I've got nothing to tell.
Amir is as innocent as a little lamb, but is his confidence more than a sham? He better be off without that bard. Without... yeah, I don't know. You drank the tomato juice that was at the crime scene, right?
Don't keep asking me about that over and over. So, what if I did?
Then I have another question for you. Did anything else disappear from the crime scene that day?
Nah, I didn't notice anything.
Objection!
Witness, just what have you done this time? You look like a dog caught making a mess on the carpet. Why are you looking at me like that? I don't know about anything going missing. I'm innocent, please believe me.
Oh my god. Truth could... Looks like my gut feeling was right. He took something from the crime scene. Something that could be directly connected to that red liquid around Belduke's mouth.
What on earth did that man steal from the crime scene?
A certain item disappeared from the crime scene that day. And, at this very moment, it's highly likely that item is right in front of our very eyes.
What? It's here?
Isn't that right, mister? Alright, let me save this. Is it?
I have no idea.
Defender, I order you to show us what this item is. I don't care.
The item that the witness took from the crime scene.
What would he have taken? Oh, this would have to be it. Yeah. Yeah, this makes sense.
Got it!
It's this bottle! The bottle?
Miss Grey Earl, I'd like you to clarify something for me. What would that be, Mr. Wright? What would that be, Mr. Wright? Sir Belduke was working on creating certain medicines. Oh, God. He had various dangerous substances in his possession as well. How were they stored? Master kept them in a locked medicine cabinet. The bottles were labeled so that it was clear that they were dangerous. They have all been confiscated. As for those labels, do they resemble the label on that guy's bottle? Mister, what are you doing with a product of Master's research? It's not what you think. I didn't have any evil intentions or nothing. Hank will sing, I missed my... No, maybe. That bottle belonged to Master, and it was used to store strong poison. Poison strong enough to kill. Poison? What? The red liquid trickling down Sir Belduke's mouth was definitely blood. Now, as for what caused him to bleed like that from his mouth, it was the deadly poison from the bottle this guy stole from the crime scene. This is outrageous! What? Order, order, order! Whoa, 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 whoa! Do you expect me to just keep quiet? It was poison? Poison? Am I gonna die?
Objection!
Not that that would be a bad thing. Just wait and see, time will tell. Yeah, I guess. More importantly, I want to know why you have that bottle. Huh? Well, that's, remember how I told you I drank the Alchemist tomato juice? Indeed. It's not something easy to forget, especially having heard it several times. Well, that was what I saw on the floor. This bottle right here. It was totally empty, and I thought, you know, it's such a fancy-looking bottle and all. I'm a bit of a skull fancier. They have this air of danger about them, right? They certainly do. So, since it was there, and I was there too, I felt like we were kind of meant for each other. I thought this bottle's so classy, I could die for it. Had any poison been left in the bottle, you would have died instantly. But if it was empty, it was probably harmless. Oh, hear that? I'm gonna live. Good thing I rinsed it well before use. But if the victim was killed by poison, that raises a new question, of course. Who could have poisoned him? Considering all the evidence and the testimonies we've heard today, the answer is so close I can taste it. Sir Belduke was poisoned by Grey Earl himself, Amir. No! 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 No. I meant to say himself. No, please don't. No, they are penalizing me. Alright, thank God I saved. Alright, so I think it was himself. I don't think it was Grey Earl. I don't think it was... I think he was gonna poison himself. Now, why he was gonna do that, I don't know. But, yeah. I think it was him. And I saved... This is it.
Objection! Objection!
Oh, wait, it would have to be Gray Earl, actually. It could have been no one else but Miss Gray Earl.
Objection!
On that night, Jean Grey Earl slipped a soporific into Sir Belduc's tomato juice. You have proven so yourself. Well, yeah, but had she intended to poison Sir Belduc, surely she would have no reason to use any sleep medicine. That's a good point. Easy, Phoenix. You sure didn't think that one through properly. Alright, so it was himself. Okay. No. Alright, but this doesn't penalize me. No. Come on. Man. What about it? No. Oh, yeah, thank God. I thought I hit the wrong thing again.
Objection! Got it! Objection!
Himself. Had to have been himself. It was, of course, Sir Belduke himself.
Sir Belduke himself?
Sir Belduke took that poison of his own will. His death was suicide.
Objection!
That is preposterous! A suicide? Inconceivable.
Objection!
Think about it, Inquisitor. That would explain the most unnatural aspect of his death. The most unnatural aspect? Miss Grayer, when you were strangling Sir Belduke, you put up no fight whatsoever, is that correct?
Yes, it is. Until today, I was convinced it was due to the sleep medicine.
It wasn't, because he didn't take any. The truth is, when you gripped his throat, Sir Belduke was already dead. He had poisoned himself. But would that poison have caused him to bleed from his mouth? I personally know of no poison that works instantly and causes such symptoms. Oh, you don't? I can't just tell them it happens on TV all the time. There are certain plants in this area that contain a highly poisonous substance. In that course of residence, Master Belduke found a way to extract that poison.
What am I hearing? Is there really such a dangerous plant in Labyrinthia?
The poison is very bitter to taste, so it would be impossible to secretly slip it into someone's food or drink. And it would cause internal damage. It is a very powerful poison. Drinking it would induce a most painful death. And to think Sir Belduke could...
But did Sir Belduke really choose such an agonizing death for himself? It doesn't seem like he suffered that much.
I would like to know that too, Miss Grayer. You mean to say Master killed himself after exposing me as a witch? I cannot believe it. He just wouldn't commit suicide.
Indeed. We cannot take such a theory at face value.
Fill in the blanks. No. Had he committed suicide, I dare say he would have left a suicide note. I can't say why Sir Belduke committed suicide, but I think there's a piece of evidence that can confirm suicide was a possibility. Alright, let me save this.
There is a piece of evidence like that?
If you have such evidence, you ought to present it to the court immediately. Present the evidence indicating that Sir Belduke's death could have been suicide. I guess this.
Take that!
Yep.
That's Sir Belduke's letter. Let's see. It was addressed to the storyteller, wasn't it?
This is the last letter written by Sir Belduke. Now, if his death was a suicide, then this letter may well be a suicide note.
Objection!
What we have here is nothing more than blank sheets of parchment. Whether or not there was a suicide note is something we can only speculate about. That's right. But there's one person who knows whether this letter was really a suicide note. You mean the person who swapped its contents? In other words, you, Jean Greyell, witness. You stole Sir Belduke's letter on the night of the crime. Tell us what was written in it.
I don't know.
What? You don't know?
I did steal the letter, yes. But I don't know what its contents were.
You mean you have not read it?
I couldn't bring myself to read it. It seemed that if I did, everything that had happened since Master Belduke saved my life would be ruined in an instant. I've taken it out and held it in my hands many times, but no matter what, I just couldn't. Miss Greyer, can you tell us where that letter is now? I have it here. Oh!
You're carrying it around with you? If you were searched, you would have been done for.
That's right. Having killed Master Belduke, I decided to stay in his residence. I knew my identity would be revealed sooner or later, and I was ready for it. So until that time, I decided to always keep the letter with me. My lord?
Yes, witness?
If you don't mind, could you please read it aloud? Now that I'm here, in this place of judgment, I think I'm finally ready to hear what Master wrote.
Hold it!
I'm
Miss
late,
Greer.
no. Sorry, welcome. It's fine. Yeah. I only stream when you're not here because this isn't the game you really care as much about seeing me play. Both Dog and Rappa, I make sure you can show up first.
I think you should be the one to read it.
Oh.
Me?
I'm not sure why that matters.
Sir Belduke wrote this letter to the storyteller as he was preparing to die. I think it's only right his last words should be read by you.
Yes, you're right. I see. I understand. Please allow me to read the letter aloud.
I do care about this game, though.
My dear friend, I hope you will be able to forgive me for leaving this world of my own will. I have finally made this decision, having seen that accursed bell tower
appear in the flames on that dreadful night. That lightning was a sign that we have angered the gods. What I have done cannot be forgiven. I can never escape from it. For the past few days, I have been thinking that it might be best to simply expose everything. This town's secret, the truth about the witch. Of course, I understand that secrets need to be kept. However, I have grown very tired. I'm afraid I cannot keep the secret any longer. I have only two concerns. The first is my daughter. It pains me to be leaving her alone in this world, although she probably doesn't think of me as her father.
A daughter?
Oh. He thought of her as a daughter. Oh god. Don't do this to me, game.
I was not aware that Sir Belduke had a daughter.
Oh my.
Mr. Belduke seemed to know a lot about this town. This town's secret, and the truth about the witch.
Truth about the witch? Somehow I don't think he was talking about Miss Greyer.
The second matter
weighing heavily on my mind is that Jean will be left on her own.
Seeing her growing up, so strong and righteous, in defiance of her fate, had given me hope. A short while ago, she brought me my usual, and what will be my last, drink. There are so many things I wanted to tell her, but I could only manage. She is a very sharp child. Had I said any more, she would have caught on. You could call me a selfish man, but I didn't wish my last memory of her to be a sad one.
Master Belduke. If the fate handed to her by this town has made her life an ordeal until now, I hope from the bottom of my heart that a wonderful story awaits her next. I intend to leave my residence to her, and I would like you to look out for her.
Alas, it is time for me to put my pen down, my dear friend. What I truly wish to express to you is too complicated for words. I hope one day you will understand, but for now I bid you farewell. The time has come for me to go.
I'm good. Oh, I don't know why, but that made me tear up. I don't know. That was just this is like the second time a game or movie has actually made me cry. God.
This letter, it wasn't a denunciation of me being a witch.
Master Belduke cared about you until the very end.
Yes, how could I have forgotten?
And now she's just gonna die. Now she's just gonna get executed. Then
Sure,
they won't care.
I knew it all along. So why did I? How could I have done that to him?
My lord. What is it, Inquisitor Barnum? I think it is about time for the guilty verdict. Guilty. The Inquisition withdraws the charges against Maya Fey and charges Jean Greyhill with being a witch. All the evidence corroborates this accusation. Tristan, what's the first time was, okay, I'll just spoilers for, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Battle Tendency, for anyone who hasn't watched it. It was when Wamu died, well, I think that was his name, no, Wamu, yes, Wamu. I don't know why, but it was very, like, honorable and stuff, the way he died. Joseph and him shared a moment, and it just, it made me tear up. I didn't full-on sob or anything. This made me sadder than that, but that surprisingly made me sad. I didn't even cry when a certain main character died earlier. Yeah. The thing is, when spoilers for Danganronpa trigger Happy Havoc, when Chihiro died, I was just mad. But this is like, I mean, no one I know is dead. That's just like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's sad. Oh, yeah, I know. Hence, the Inquisition asks that the witch be found guilty and punished immediately.
Objection!
Just, I don't blame you for yeah, that was, I think anyone would, that wouldn't, no one can survive that. I mean, come on. Not so fast, Inquisitor Barnum. What do you want now, Sir Blue Knight? Yeah, before I just wanted this trial to end, now I actually kind of want to prove them both innocent, but I know one of them's gonna die. I mean, admittedly, Miss Grey Arrow did attempt to strangle Sir Belduke, but He had consumed deadly poison and was already dead at the time. Therefore, she is not guilty of murder. She's guilty of attempted murder, unfortunately. And one more thing. It also wasn't Miss Greer who turned Professor Layton into gold. True. She didn't technically kill anyone. She only killed a goat, and I don't think anyone cares about that. People kill goats for food, I mean. The defendant, Maya, saw her too. To put it simply, Miss Greer didn't kill anyone. Yeah, she didn't kill anyone, and yet you still want to burn her? But Maya, do you even know how it feels to be put in this cage? It's like everyone's against you, and it's super frightening. I'm not a witch. Tristan, play that dragon cancer. What's that? But I've been thrown into this cage and almost sentenced for something I didn't do. And now you're about to do the same to another person? That's just not right. Is that all you have to say? Huh? The one who's in the wrong is not me, but you, Sir Blue Knight. Whether the witch committed a crime or not is completely irrelevant. This is the witch's court. All witches must be punished by fire. This is sad. I don't want to play any more sad games. But that's crazy! Why, Barnum? Inquisitor Barnum is absolutely right. Being a witch is a crime. You understand that, don't you, Miss Grey Earl? Yes. Very well, then. The court is ready to issue the final verdict. Maya Fey is found innocent, and in her place, Jean Grayle is found guilty of being a witch and shall be cast into the fire.
No, you can't!
No. Maya, don't get yourself killed, too.
Hold it!
Alright. Okay. This is gonna go on for way longer. What are you doing?
Please, hold the verdict!
Okay. Hold the yeah, alright. I'm gonna have to save this game. Yep. I'm gonna have to save this. And I'll see you all in the next video. Because, yeah, this would just go on for too much longer. And I can't really, you know, I don't have any more time to do that. Now, luckily, those Lego minifigs arrived and I scuffed the face on one of them. Shoot. Unfortunate. Was it Doc or Marty? But, yeah. Yep, I'll see you all in the next video. Hopefully we can get at least close to finishing the trial tomorrow, because although it's a good trial, I've done it for too many episodes to want to go through with it anymore. I mean, that was a sad, emotional, really well-written story that's, again, it's impressive, because I never cry during anything. So to cry during a game that's not even, that's a spin-off is actually quite, you know, impressive. Especially to a person like me. So that was, I mean, good job, game, on making me cry. That never happens. Never. So yeah, it was Doc. Well, Doc is supposed to be old, so might as well look scuffed up. But anyway. I'll see you all in the next video. Excelsior. And yeah, hopefully we can get near the end. Because again, good trial. Emotional moments. But I just kind of want to get this over with so we can continue with more bits of the story of the game, and yeah, hope then get back to Danganronpa, and then yeah. Anyways, so see you all in the next video, and Excelsior. I think, yeah, I should be able to finish this game in 10 episodes, but if not, then I'll just move on to Danganronpa, and we'll hopefully, yeah. Because it's supposed to be chapter of Danganronpa, 10 episodes of this, chapter of Danganronpa, 10 episodes of this, yada yada yada. But anyways, see you all in the next stream for the last time, and Excelsior. And yeah, good night. As it's bedtime for me, which if it wasn't bedtime for me, I'd keep streaming for another hour or so, but yeah.